Welcome to Starbound, where every star tells a story. What if an advanced alien explorer discovered Earth's hidden strengths while descending into the ocean's deepest trenches? Let's get into the story. The ethereal mothership, a colossal structure of iridescent metal and pulsating energy, hung silently in Earth's orbit. Its vast sensors swept across the planet, collecting data on the atmosphere, the land masses, and the primitive creatures that inhabited them. High Commander Xylo, a being of pure energy contained within a shimmering exoskeleton, studied the data with detached curiosity. A young species, he mused, barely past their stone age. They pose no threat. His second-in-command, Kale, a being of similar form but with a slightly less intense aura, nodded in agreement. They are barely a blip on the universal scale, Commander. Shall we move on to the next system? Xylo was about to agree when a sudden spike in the sensor readings caught his attention. Wait, he commanded, his voice echoing through the vast chamber. There's an anomaly in their ocean. The image on the main screen shifted, zooming in on a swirling vortex of energy deep beneath the waves. It pulsed with a rhythm that was both alien and strangely familiar. What is that? Kale asked, his voice tinged with surprise. I don't know, Xylo replied, but it's powerful. Send a probe to investigate. A sleek manta-ray-shaped probe detached from the mothership and descended towards the Earth, piercing the ocean surface with barely a ripple. It plunged into the depths, its powerful lights cutting through the darkness. As it neared the source of the energy, the probe's sensors went wild. The image on the mothership's screen became a blur of motion, then cleared to reveal a sight that sent a shiver down Xylo's spine. A colossal creature, unlike anything the Ethereals had ever encountered, loomed out of the darkness. It was a monstrous amalgamation of organic and inorganic matter, its body a symphony of scales and tentacles and bioluminescent lights, its eyes burning with a cold, intelligent light, locked onto the probe. What in the name of the cosmos is that? Kale gasped. Xylo didn't answer. He was too transfixed by the creature on the screen. A sense of dread, a feeling he hadn't experienced in millennia, washed over him. He knew with a chilling certainty that this was no mere animal. This was something else, something ancient, powerful, and utterly alien. A wave of energy like a silent thunderclap emanated from the creature, washing over the probe. The image on the screen flickered, then died. We've lost the probe, Kale reported, his voice tight. Xylo nodded, his eyes still fixed on the blank screen. Alert the fleet, he ordered. This is no longer a routine exploration. We may be facing a hostile entity. The ethereal mothership hummed with activity as the crew scrambled to their stations. The fleet's defenses systems were activated, energy shields shimmering into existence around the ships. Below, in the depths of the ocean, the creature stirred. It had sensed the probe's intrusion, and it was not pleased. For millennia, it had slumbered, guarding the Earth from threats from beyond the stars. Now it was awake, and it was hungry. With a powerful thrust of its massive tail, it surged upward, leaving a trail of bioluminescent bubbles in its wake. Its eyes, glowing with an eerie light, were fixed on the ethereal mothership. The Ethereals watched in horror as the creature breached the surface, its colossal form dwarfing their ships. It let out a roar that shook the heavens, a sound that was both a challenge and a warning. Open fire! Xylo commanded. The ethereal fleet unleashed a barrage of energy blasts, raining down upon the creature. The blast struck its hide, causing massive explosions of water and steam, but the creature seemed unfazed. Its scales shimmered, deflecting the blasts with ease. It retaliated with a fury that shocked even the battle-hardened Ethereals. Tentacles lashed out, tearing through energy shields and ripping into hulls. Its eyes fired beams of pure energy, vaporizing smaller ships in an instant. The ethereal fleet, caught off guard by the creature's ferocity, suffered heavy losses. Ships were destroyed, their crews lost to the depths. The mothership itself was rocked by a direct hit, its shields flickering under the onslaught. Kale turned to Xylo, his voice barely audible over the din of battle. Commander, we're losing this fight. We need to retreat. Xylo hesitated. Retreat was not in his nature, but he knew Kale was right. They were outmatched. "Order a full retreat," he commanded, his voice heavy with defeat. "We need to regroup and reassess." The ethereal ships, those that remained, turned and fled, leaving the creature victorious in the ocean. It watched them go, its eyes glowing with triumph. Then, with a final roar, it plunged back into the depths, leaving the surface to churn and boil in its wake. The battle was over, but the war had just begun. The ethereal mothership, battered and scarred, limped back into the safety of high orbit. The atmosphere aboard was grim. The ethereals, a species accustomed to peaceful interactions and effortless superiority, had been humbled. Xylo, his normally vibrant aura dimmed. He convened a council of his highest-ranking officers. "We have underestimated this planet," he admitted, his voice echoing through the chamber. "The creature we encountered, it was formidable." Kale, his face etched with the stress of battle, nodded solemnly. "Our weapons had little effect on it," he reported. "It was as if it was designed to withstand our technology." A murmur of disbelief rippled through the council. The ethereals were renowned for their technological prowess. Their weapons had subdued countless species, yet they had proven ineffective against a single creature from this primitive world. "We need to understand this," Xylo declared. "We need to know what we are dealing with." He turned to their chief scientist, a being named Zin. "Zin, I want you to analyze all the data we have gathered on that creature. I want to know its origins, its capabilities, its weaknesses, everything." Zin bowed his head. "It will be done, Commander." While Zin and his team pored over the data, the ethereals maintained a wary watch over the Earth. They had learned their lesson. They would not underestimate this planet again. Meanwhile, on Earth, the creature's victory had sent shockwaves through the human world. Governments were in disarray, scientists baffled, and the public terrified. The creature had been dubbed the Leviathan, a name whispered in fear and awe. In a hidden bunker deep beneath the Pentagon, a group of high-ranking military officials and scientists gathered to discuss the situation. "We've analyzed the satellite footage," General Thomas, a grizzled veteran with a stern demeanor, reported. "The creature's energy signatures is off the charts. That's like nothing we've ever seen." Dr. Elizabeth Lawson, a renowned marine biologist, nodded in agreement. "It's not just its energy," she said. "Its biology is impossible. It's a chimera, a fusion of different species. It shouldn't exist." "But it does," General Thomas countered. "And it just decimated an alien fleet." A heavy silence descended upon the room. The implications of what they were facing were too terrifying to contemplate. Finally, the President of the United States, a tall, thin man with a tired face, spoke. "We need to find a way to communicate with this creature," he said. "We need to understand its intentions." His words were met with skepticism. How could they communicate with a creature that had just attacked them? But the President was adamant. "We have no other choice," he said. "We cannot afford to make an enemy of something that powerful." Thus began humanity's first attempt at interspecies diplomacy, a desperate gamble with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. The ethereals, from their vantage point in orbit, watched with interest as humanity grappled with the Leviathan's existence. They had dismissed humans as insignificant, but now they saw a spark of potential, a resilience that intrigued them. Perhaps, they thought, there was more to this species than met the eye. Deep within the ocean, a team of scientists and engineers huddled in the cramped confines of a submersible. Their mission, to establish contact with the Leviathan. It was a daunting task, fraught with danger, but one they had volunteered for nonetheless. Dr. Lawson, her pace failed but determined, held a hydrophone to her ear, listening intently for any sound from the creature. "Anything?" the pilot, Commander Ramirez, asked, his voice tense. Lawson shook her head. "Nothing yet, but I have a feeling we're close." The submersible crept forward, its powerful lights illuminating the inky blackness. The water pressure was immense, threatening to crush the vessel like a tin can, but the crew pressed on, driven by a mixture of fear and curiosity. Suddenly, a shape loomed out of the darkness. It was the Leviathan, its colossal form dwarfing the submersible, its eyes burning with an eerie light, locked onto the vessel. Lawson felt a surge of adrenaline. "It's here," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the pounding of her own heart. It's watching us. The Leviathan circled the submersible, its tentacles brushing against the hull. The crew held their breath, praying that the creature wouldn't mistake them for a threat. Then, unexpectedly, the Leviathan stopped. It hovered in front of the submersible, its eyes fixed on Lawson. She could feel its gaze, a palpable force that seemed to pierce through her very soul. Gathering her courage, Lawson reached out and placed her hand on the viewport. The Leviathan mirrored her gesture, its massive eye coming to rest inches from her hand. "Can you understand me?" Lawson asked, her voice trembling slightly. "We come in peace." The Leviathan didn't respond, but its eyes seemed to soften. A flicker of understanding, of curiosity, danced in its depths. Lawson took a deep breath and continued. "We are humans, inhabitants of this planet. We mean you no harm. We only wish to understand." She paused, waiting for a response, but none came. The Leviathan simply continued to stare at her, its eye unblinking. After what seemed like an eternity, the Leviathan slowly backed away. It gave the submersible one last look, then turned and vanished into the darkness. The crew erupted into cheers. They had done it. They made contact with the Leviathan. It was a small victory, but a victory nonetheless. On the ethereal mothership, Xylo watched the footage from the submersible with growing interest. He had been skeptical of humanity's attempts at diplomacy, but he had to admit they had surprised him. "It seems these humans are not as primitive as we thought," he said to Kale. Kale nodded. "They possess a certain tenacity. Perhaps they are worthy of future study." Xylo agreed. "Send a message to the human leaders," he ordered. "We wish to parley." It was a decision that would change the course of history, a decision that would bring two vastly different species together in a moment of shared understanding. It was a decision that would prove once and for all that humanity, despite its flaws, was capable of greatness. In a historic first, representatives of Earth gathered to meet with the Ethereals. The United Nations Security Council chamber, typically a stage for political posturing and heated debates, was transformed into a forum for interspecies diplomacy. The Ethereals, their shimmering forms projected onto holographic screens, hovered above the human delegates. Xylo, his voice resonating with a calm authority, addressed the assembly. "We come in peace," he began, his words translated in real time for the human audience. "We have observed your world, your species, and we have seen potential. We believe that we can learn from each other, that we can coexist in harmony." The President of the United States, speaking on behalf of humanity, responded with a cautious optimism. "We welcome your peaceful intentions," he said. "We too believe that cooperation is the key to a better future. However, we must address the recent events involving the Leviathan." Xylo nodded. "We understand your concerns. The Leviathan is a formidable entity, one that we underestimated. We are here to offer our assistance in understanding and, if necessary, containing it." The human delegates exchanged surprised glances. This was not the response they had expected. The Ethereals, a species known for their technological superiority, were offering to help them deal with the Leviathan? "Why?" General Thomas asked, his voice laced with suspicion. "What do you gain from helping us?" Xylo's response was simple and direct. "Knowledge," he said. "The Leviathan is a mystery, a puzzle that we wish to solve. By working together, we can unlock its secrets and learn from its power." The President considered this for a moment. "We are willing to cooperate," he said, "but we must do so on our terms. We will not allow our planet or our people to be used as pawns in your experiments." Xylo inclined his head. "Agreed. We will respect your sovereignty and work with you as equals." Thus began an unprecedented collaboration between humanity and the Ethereals. Scientists from both species worked tirelessly to decode the Leviathan's biology and understand its purpose. They discovered that the Leviathan was not just a weapon, but a sentient being, a guardian of Earth, created by an ancient civilization to protect the planet from external threats. The Ethereals, with their advanced technology, were able to establish a rudimentary form of communication with the Leviathan. They learned that the Leviathan was not inherently hostile, but it was fiercely protective of Earth. It had attacked the Ethereal fleet because it perceived them as a threat. The Ethereals shared this information with humanity, hoping to ease tensions, but some humans remained wary. They feared that the Ethereals, despite their peaceful overtures, had ulterior motives. General Thomas, in particular, was vocal in his distrust. "We cannot trust these aliens," he argued. "They are too powerful, too advanced. They could easily turn on us." But the president and a growing number of humans believed that cooperation was the only way forward. They saw the Ethereals not as a threat, but as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve. And so humanity took a leap of faith. They embraced the unknown, forged an alliance with an alien species, and embarked on a journey that would redefine their place in the universe. The collaboration between humans and Ethereals bore fruit quickly. The Ethereals' advanced technology, coupled with human ingenuity, and the Leviathan's cooperation, led to a series of groundbreaking discoveries. Zinn, the Ethereal chief scientist, marveled at the complexity of the Leviathan's bioengineered systems. "It is a masterpiece of biological engineering," he exclaimed to his human counterpart, Dr. Lawson. "The way it seamlessly integrates organic and inorganic components, the way it harnesses energy from the Earth's core, it's simply astounding." Lawson, equally fascinated, nodded in agreement. "It's a testament to the ingenuity of the ancient civilization that created it," she said. "They were far ahead of their time." Through their joint research, they learned that the Leviathan was not just a weapon, but a symbiotic organism, deeply connected to the Earth's ecosystem. It drew energy from the planet's core, but it also played a vital role in maintaining the balance of the oceans and the atmosphere. This revelation shifted the Ethereal's perspective on the Leviathan. They no longer saw it as a mere threat, but as a valuable asset, a guardian of a planet teeming with life. The Ethereals shared their findings with the rest of the galaxy, showcasing humanity's potential and the wonders of Earth. The galaxy, once dismissive of humanity, was now captivated. The news of the Leviathan and the human Ethereal alliance spread like wildfire, sparking a wave of interest in Earth. Other alien species, curious and eager to learn, began to visit the planet, seeking knowledge and cooperation. Humanity, once isolated and alone, was now at the center of a galactic community. They exchanged ideas, technologies, and cultures with other species, experiencing a renaissance of knowledge and innovation. But not everyone was happy with this newfound openness. Some factions within humanity, fueled by fear and xenophobia, saw the aliens as a threat to their way of life. They formed resistance groups, vowing to protect Earth from what they perceived as an invasion. General Thomas, though no longer in a position of power, became a figurehead for this movement. He warned of the dangers of trusting the aliens, of becoming too reliant on their technology. His words resonated with many who felt overwhelmed by the rapid pace of change. The president, however, remained steadfast in his belief in cooperation. He saw the aliens not as conquerors, but as partners in progress. He knew that humanity could not face the challenges of the future alone. The tension between these two factions grew, threatening to tear humanity apart. But in the end, the spirit of cooperation prevailed. The majority of humans chose to embrace the future, to work together with the aliens to build a better world. The Ethereals, witnessing humanity's struggles, were reminded of their own past. They too had faced challenges, had made mistakes, had learned and grown. They saw in humanity a reflection of themselves, a species with the potential to overcome its flaws and achieve greatness. And so the Ethereals made a decision. They would solidify their alliance with humanity and reshape the destiny of both species. They offered to share their most advanced technology, their knowledge of the universe, their wisdom of the ages. It was a gift, a gesture of trust and friendship. And it was a gift that humanity with open arms and open minds gratefully accepted. The Ethereal's gift was not just a transfer of technology, but a cultural exchange of epic proportions. Ethereal scientists and engineers worked side by side with their human counterparts, sharing knowledge and techniques that had been honed over millennia. Humanity's understanding of physics, biology, and engineering leaped forward. They learned to harness energy from the Earth's core, to manipulate gravity, to travel through space at speeds one thought impossible. Cities transformed into gleaming metropolises, powered by clean, renewable energy. Poverty and disease were eradicated, replaced by abundance and well-being. Humanity's lifespan increased dramatically, as did their intelligence and creativity. But the Ethereal's influence extended beyond technology. They introduced humanity to new philosophies, new ways of thinking about the universe and their place within it. They taught humans to see themselves not as separate from nature, but as an integral part of it. This shift in perspective led to a profound transformation in human society. Wars ceased as nations realized the futility of conflict in a universe teeming with life. Environmental destruction halted as humans learned to respect and cherish the planet that sustained them. The Ethereals, in turn, were enriched by their contact with humanity. They were impressed by human resilience, their creativity, their passion for life. They learned to appreciate the beauty of Earth, the diversity of its cultures, the richness of its history. The Leviathan, too, benefited from this exchange. With the Ethereal's help, it was able to communicate more effectively with humans, to share its knowledge and wisdom. It became a revered figure, a symbol of Earth's resilience and its connection to the cosmos. The Human-Ethereal alliance flourished, becoming a beacon of hope in a galaxy often marred by conflict and strife. It was a testament to the power of cooperation, the potential for different species to coexist peacefully and learn from each other. But the story did not end there. The Alliance faced new challenges, new threats from beyond the stars, but with each challenge they grew stronger, their bond deepening, their resolve unwavering. They ventured into the unknown, exploring distant galaxies, encountering new species, expanding their knowledge and understanding of the universe. They faced dangers and hardships, but they also emerged victorious, their alliance proving to be an unstoppable force. And as they journeyed through the cosmos, they carried with them the lessons they had learned on Earth. They shared their knowledge and technology with other species, helping them to overcome their own challenges and achieve their full potential. The Human-Ethereal Alliance became a catalyst for change, a force for good in a universe that desperately needed it. And it all started with a chance encounter, a moment of curiosity, a decision to reach out and connect with the unknown. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, a testament to their ability to adapt, to learn, to grow. It was a testament to their potential to not only survive, but to thrive in the vastness of the cosmos. And as they looked out at the stars, they knew that their journey had just begun. The future was uncertain, but they faced it with confidence, knowing that they were not alone. They had each other, and together they could achieve anything. In the heart of the ocean, the Leviathan stirred. Its slumber had been fitful, filled with the echoes of a forgotten past. The arrival of the Ethereals, the subsequent battle, and the newfound connection with humanity had stirred something deep within its ancient core. The Leviathan, once content to simply protect the planet it was bound to, now yearned for understanding. It sought answers to questions that had laid dormant for eons. Who am I? Where did I come from? Why was I created? Through the rudimentary communication established by the Ethereals, the Leviathan expressed its desire for knowledge. The humans and Ethereals, intrigued and eager to learn more about this enigmatic being, readily agreed to help. Using a combination of ethereal technology and human ingenuity, they devised a way to tap into the Leviathan's vast memory banks, a repository of knowledge spanning millennia. What they discovered was a tale of ambition, desperation, and ultimately, hope. The Leviathan was not a natural creature, but a bioengineered marvel, created by an ancient civilization known as the Protectors. These protectors, facing imminent extinction due to a catastrophic cosmic event, had poured their remaining resources into creating a guardian, a being powerful enough to protect their legacy and ensure the survival of life on Earth. The Leviathan was the culmination of their efforts, a fusion of their most advanced technology and the planet's most resilient life forms. It was imbued with the Protectors' knowledge, their values, and their unwavering determination to safeguard Earth. But the Protectors, weakened and exhausted, were unable to witness the fruits of their labor. They perished in the cataclysm, leaving the Leviathan as their sole heir, a silent guardian entrusted with the future of a planet. The Leviathan awakened to its purpose, embraced its role with unwavering dedication. It slumbered in the depths of the ocean, its senses attuned to the cosmos, ready to defend Earth from any threat. For millennia, it remained dormant, its existence fading into myth and legend. But when the Ethereals arrived, it sensed a potential danger, a disruption to the delicate balance it was sworn to protect. The battle that ensued was not just a clash of power, but a testament to the Leviathan's unwavering commitment to its duty. It had fought not out of malice, but out of a deep-seated instinct to protect. Now, with the ethereals and humans as its allies, the Leviathan was no longer alone. It had found kindred spirits, beings who shared its reverence for life and its desire to protect the fragile beauty of Earth. Together, they would face the challenges of the future, united by a shared purpose and a bond forged in the depths of the ocean. The Leviathan, once a solitary guardian, was now a part of a larger family, a symbol of hope and resilience in a universe teeming with wonder and danger. The revelation of the Leviathan's origin sparked a renewed sense of wonder and respect among both humans and ethereals. The ancient protectors, once a mere myth, were now recognized as a civilization of immense wisdom and technological prowess. The Leviathan, inspired by the newfound understanding of its past, became more than just a guardian. It became a teacher, sharing the protector's knowledge and guiding humanity and the ethereals towards a more harmonious existence with the planet. Under the Leviathan's tutelage, humans and ethereals learned to harness the Earth's natural energy in a sustainable way. They developed new technologies that not only improved their lives but also nurtured the environment. The planet thrived under this renewed care, its ecosystems flourishing, its biodiversity expanding. The once polluted skies cleared, the oceans teemed with life, and land burst forth with vibrant greenery. But the Leviathan's teachings extended beyond the physical realm. It imparted to its students a deep reverence for life, a respect for the interconnectedness of all things, and a profound understanding of the delicate balance that sustained the planet. Humanity, once driven by greed and conflict, began to embrace a more compassionate and cooperative way of life. They learned to value community over individualism, to seek harmony with nature rather than dominance over it. The ethereals, too, were transformed by the Leviathan's wisdom. They shed their technological arrogance, recognizing the limitations of their own understanding. They learned to appreciate the subtle nuances of life, the beauty of diversity, and the importance of empathy. Together, humans and ethereals embarked on a new era of cooperation and mutual respect. They worked together to solve global problems, to explore the cosmos, and to share their knowledge with other species. The Leviathan, watching over them with pride, knew that its mission was far from over. The universe was vast and unpredictable, filled with both wonder and danger. But it also knew that humanity and the ethereals, united by a shared purpose and guided by the wisdom of the past, were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The Leviathan's story was not just a tale of a lone guardian, but a testament to the enduring power of hope, resilience, and the unwavering spirit of life. It was a story that would be passed down through generations, inspiring countless beings to embrace their own unique purpose and strive for a better future. As decades turned into centuries, the bond between humans, ethereals, and the Leviathan grew stronger. The once disparate species had become a unified force, their strengths complementing each other, their weaknesses mitigated by mutual support. The Earth, once a mere speck in the vast cosmos, was now a beacon of hope, a testament to the extraordinary potential of cooperation and understanding. Its reputation as a haven for knowledge and innovation spread far and wide, attracting visitors from all corners of the galaxy. They knew that their journey was far from over, that the universe held countless mysteries yet to be unraveled, but they faced the future with confidence, knowing that they were not alone. They were a united force, a beacon of hope in a vast and unpredictable universe, and they were determined to make their mark on the cosmos, to leave a legacy of peace, understanding, and cooperation that would endure for eons to come. And so the legend of the Leviathan, the humans, and the ethereals lived on, a beacon of hope, shining brightly in the vast expanse of the cosmos.